Fontaine grabs it for his team. The Storm now are playing back behind their own net, trying to move it up forward. Pass missed, but Short grabs it for the Paperkings, dumps it back in. The Storm having them try to break out again. This time they flip it all the way down. It gets into the Paperkings end, and they move back the other way. Rufa tries to make a pass, gets tipped, and goes astray. And the puck's just loose in the center between teams. Chawanish grabs it for the Storm, takes control of it, passes it to his defenseman, gets the pass back, but loses control of the puck. And the Signoretti behind the net trying to make a play for it, but he gets hit, loses the puck. Now Roy for the Storm gets knocked off. It was he was going for it, and the puck's just bouncing around between the two teams back and forth. Now Signoretti, but down behind the Storm's net, has the puck, trying to make a play, throws it out in front for a shot that's saved. Lyons tried to get it in there, but wasn't able to. The puck is in the hands of the Storm now as they fire it out and down the ice. Could be going for icing here. Rufa wakes it down first, so it's not canceled. And we have icing, face-off inside the Storm zone. Both teams appear to be allowed to make their changes on this icing. So line up to the catcher side of Dunham Fox. Oh, to the blocker side. Guthrie's in for the draw for the Paperkings. He wins the faceoff back to Denuden. Denuden takes a shot, but it's blocked. Back to the Paperkings point, fired in. Gilden gets it for the Storm. He's fighting with a Paperking for it. Rufa grabs it, fires it in, and bounces around to the far side. Roy tries to chip it out, but that's held in by the Paperkings. And they're making a play towards the net. Try to pass over to Guthrie is intercepted, and the Storm are going back the other way again. Sherwin has it with numbers. It's a 3-on-1, but the pass is intercepted, and the Paperkings now head back the other way. Denuden breaks into the zone, comes across, fires on net, but it's a save. The Storm grab it, break it out again. Going down for icing, but they go to start make some changes. It looks like they're calling off the icing because neither team was particularly going for it. Crump grabs it, and he's in on the goalie. Puck's taken off his stick by Guthrie. Crump spins around with it again, tries to control the puck in the zone, skating across the blue line, throws it back to his defenseman. Cassidy shoots it in. That's gloved down by Galton. And Galton hasn't been overly tested for extended periods of this game, and then he'll go through spurts of being tested extremely. And he's managed to keep his head in the game and make the saves when he needs to be saved. We're 25 shots on with only one goal against. The faceoff was won by the Paperkings there, and they're trying to get it out of the zone. It was kept in by McKnight. And the Storm have it in their end. And they're circling around with a shot on net. A little bounced into the pads of Galton, and he covers it up.
Stays squared at the shot there. Is able to jump on that rebound easily. And 13:58 remaining in this period. Things are looking strong for Espanola so far. Iroquois Falls fighting back a bit here, but will it be too little too late?
And there's a quick whistle again off the faceoff back to the Paperkings where they try and shoot it out over the glass, but it hits the meshing instead. So we have a redo. And Signoretti technically won that one, but it went to the Storm, and they're bouncing around in front, and Galton is able to pick it up. And Siblovich is being made to be upset by something that the Storm are doing, and the ref has his arm up. I'm not sure who's getting the call here. But someone's getting called for a head hit. It looks like Siblovich is being shown the box, so it would be him that's getting that call.
We'll be curious to see what type of penalty this is. It's the head taken fairly seriously, as they should be in this league. And it will be just a 2-minute minor.
And the Paperkings coach has some questions for the ref.
Those of you on YouTube, thanks for hanging with us. Had some brief technical difficulties, but we are back and live now.
And Cassidy takes a shot from the point. Sherwin grabs the rebound at the half boards, but it's picked up by Peters Davies of the Paperkings, and he loses control, but it's down into the end of the Storm, and the Storm are trying to break out of their zone, but they can't maintain control for long enough to do so. But now they break down into the Paperkings zone. Chawanish has the puck, skates across the blue line, tries to make a play, but he's hauled down. When Paperkings pick up the puck, and they have going the other way. Horgan's trying to make play, gets through, but is taken down. And it looks like there's going to be a penalty of some kind here. A roughing call looks like against possibly Sherwin of...
Maybe due to Horgan's helmet being taken off on the way down. Maybe extra things on the way down, but when your Iroquois falls, this entire game, you've needed any advantage that you can get. You go on the power play and immediately get sent into a 4-on-4. This has happened once already towards the tail end of, I believe, the first period. You get an advantage and immediately throw it away.
Signoretti has the puck, but his shot is blocked, and Corbett tries to get away from him. But Signoretti's able to get it back. The stick's slashed out of his hand, and Corbett's going to get 2 minutes for slashing on that as they get control back of the puck. 2 minutes for slashing. We're going to have a 5-on-4 for 1 minute and 2 seconds. And then for the following 41 seconds, we'll have a 5-on-4. Did I say that right?
I think so.
5-on-3 for the next minute and 2.
Yes, 5-on-3.
For the next minute, 2, then the next 41 will be a 5-on-3. 5-on-4, then 5-on-3. And then, no, I'm wrong. 5-on-3, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Signoretti off to Horgan, who has a good shot from in close, but that's gobbled up by Dunham Fox. And he holds that for a whistle off to his catcher side.
It will be 4-on-3, then 5-on-4.
That's the one. I know math good.
We do numbers well.
And the Storm have it, and they're able to control it for a little bit and fire it all the way down the ice. Quick pass up from Galton to Signoretti inside his own zone, up to Ferguson as he crosses the Storm's blue line. Ferguson holds on to the puck, drops it off for Signoretti. Signoretti makes a move, tries to make a fancy play, goes over the head of Dunham Fox, and the puck cycles all the way back down. Galton picks it up, leaves it behind the net for Horgan to grab. And Horgan starts to make his way up the ice. Relatively unpressured all the way into the zone. Wipes out on his own volition, but the puck squirts out in front with a shot right on net by Rampersad, and Dunham Fox had little issue with it.
13 seconds remaining in this 4-on-3. Then we will go briefly to a 5-on-3, and then we will go to a 5-on-4.
For an even briefer period of time. And the Storm win the draw in their own end and are able to fire it around and out. Signoretti picks it up at the red line and quickly dashes right back in, so he loses control. The puck's fired out to the red line. We're on to our 5-on-3 now. Signoretti has it at the top. Pass across. Big pad saved by the goaltender. He's able to hold on to it. And nothing happening there out of a play that looked like it could have been very dangerous to make this game 6-1.
Well, you still have the offensive zone draw if you're Espanola. You still have the 2-man advantage for at least another 30 seconds. And you're going to have to be able to just hold the line at this point. When you're up 5-1, 11:40 remaining, up this advantage, the ball's in your court.
And Horgan has it high. He goes in, passes back to Signoretti. Signoretti takes a shot and scores! Fourth goal of the game. Beats him just between the blocker and the body. He is having a night. I'm sure he will be remembering this one for a long time to come.
It's not often in tournament play that you end up dropping 4 goals in a single game, let alone 4 points or anything of the nature. But he's wide open. He has all the time in the world like he has for a lot of his shots here. and just rifles one blocker side. No mistake, 6-1.
And because that penalty hadn't ended, we are still on a power play, but the Storm break in. Cassidy has the puck, takes a shot off. Blocker save. Ferguson has it. Breaks up to Peters Davies, who's in all by himself. He makes a move backhand, saved by the catcher, but it came up. We're calling no goal for high stick, but Guthrie batted it down. The ref is saying no, it was a high stick above the crossbar, but that was a beautiful play by Peters Davies to get in on his own.
This game feels fairly over when you're doing a casual rush and the only reason you're denied a goal is because you hit it a little bit too early on a wide open cage. Like, if that's the worst of your problems, I'd say you're pretty well set.
And the Storm are able to win that draw and get the puck back down the ice to kill a little bit more time. We have 15 seconds left on this power play. So the Paperkings are going to look to make the best of it. Signoretti dashing down the ice. Gets in deep, goes around behind the net. Throws it out to Ferguson in front, who takes a shot, but it's tipped wide. Peters Davies throws it back behind the net. Guthrie has it. He passes back to Peters Davies. Peters Davies passes back to Signoretti. Signoretti over to Horgan. Horgan takes a shot wide of the net. Peters Davies picks it up on the boards. And it's taken away by Jugnoff, who throws it back around. Felix is going to grab it and chips it just out of the zone. Bluin has it. Tries to break in, but gets stopped by Signoretti. Bluin throws it in deep. The Paperkings pick it up behind their net while the Storm are able to change off their tired penalty killers. And as the Paperkings try and make a play up, the pass up to Ciccelli. Didn't quite make it. Watt intercepted it, but Lyons picks up a pass across the ice, so the Paperkings have it under their control again. And that's thrown up to Newton trying to get to it, but the goalie tips it into the corner. And now the Storm break out of their zone. They're trying to go wide. He beats the defenseman wide. He has Watt with him. Pulls out, takes a shot, but just misses the net. Shelley tries to ship it out to his centerman, but it's just ahead of him, so he can't get it. Cassidy has it in his own zone. The Storm are now breaking out, trying to get down to the Paperkings end. But there's a pass intercepted by the Paperkings, and they're breaking in through the neutral zone. Shelley gets it in across the net, shoots it wide. And that was Leach, so was trying to chip it out, but was unable to. And the Paperkings have it again in the neutral zone. They get in. Newton throws it into the side for Lyons to come in and pick up. And McKnight tries to chip it out. That's onto the stick of Scott, who's breaking down the ice. Takes a shot, blockered. Rebound comes out, but the Paperkings control it. They're going for a line change, making sure they don't touch the puck to get too many men called. McKnight takes out Ciccelli. And then Leach just avoids a hit on the far side. Play comes around. And the Storm are trying to control it inside the Paperking zone, but they're not getting too far with it. Cassidy has the puck, tips it into the corner. Zeri throws the puck across. It's chipped out, but it's controlled by McKnight. He hands it off to Signoretti. Signoretti comes in again with another shot. That's saved, knocked aside by the goaltender. Ferguson's in there trying to play the puck. He's controlling it, throws it back to Rufa at the point, who takes a shot. That's right into the body of the Storm goaltender, and he absorbs it. And there's a minor flash of extracurriculars, but cooler heads prevail and players skate away.
Not to mention on that last Signoretti goal that is also his 5th point of the game, as on the Graydon Guthrie goal just before that at the end of the second period, he had the lone assist on that, and that is also Owen Ferguson's 2nd point of the game on the assist.
And on that note, we are heading into our mid-period break,
where I would like to once again mention that the NOJHL and Canadian Mental Health Association work together on the Talk Today program to foster mental health awareness and reduce stigma in the NOJHL communities. To learn more about local mental health and addiction supports, please visit CMHA Sudbury Manitoulin at 111 Elm Street, Sudbury, or go to sm.cmha.ca. That is sm.cmha.ca.
And there's, the hockey world has come a long way in terms of discussing mental health, and northern communities like the ones that the NOJHL play in have come a long way to for Stigno being really minimalized. But we haven't gone all the way there, right? There's still lots of work to be done in that. And that's why it's great to see the NOJHL taking a stand and taking a lead in this. As we head back into a face-off here, Signoretti wins it back to Ferguson, who throws it back up to Signoretti, tries to find Drigo out front, but he's unable to grab it. But Ferguson picks it up again in the corner. He's battling for it. Back to Short at the point, who fires it in. Shot's blocked. And the Storm try to break out now. And the puck gets up and falls into the Storm bench, and we have a face-off.
Probably the nicest puck entering a bench I've ever seen. Just lightly rolls off the boards and out of play, and I think you'll take any positive at this point if you're the Iroquois Falls Storm.
Yeah, that's, I think at this point they're, again, we're having the face-offs being called back and being done again here. So dropping just outside of the Paperkings end. Paperkings win the puck back into their own zone, control it, and try to move it up and out. Drigo chips it up, and it goes down the ice. That's being called for icing, so we're going to have a face-off inside the Paperkings zone this time.
6-1 is the score currently if you are just joining us here late in this third period. 40-31 are the shots as well in favor of the Espanola Paperkings. 7:58 remaining in this game.
And the Paperkings win that draw, but the Storm end up with the puck. But then Signoretti strips Watt of it, and he's on a breakdown. He makes a play, takes a shot. That's saved by Dunham Fox. And the Storm are going back the other way, trying to make a play. And Corbett has it, throws it out in front to Crump, who gets a shot away, but it's saved by Galton. Back to the point, Watt keeps it in, fires it deep in. Crump grabs it behind the Paperkings net, fires it out front, but no one's there, so it goes all the way back down. Dree goes in chasing Watt. Watt chips it back. His partner picks it up, McKnight, and skates across this red line into the Paperkings zone. McKnight still in control of the puck. Throws it back to the point. Cassidy has it, where he stick handles, tries to find room, take a shot, but it gets blocked. Denuden throws it over, but that's a tip pass, ends up going behind Rampersad, but he grabs it, throws it in. Cassidy's back there to grab the puck, but he gets a hard hit from Rampersad. Paperkings grab it at the point, shoot it in, but doesn't make it to the goal. And the puck shot off the glass, but it's kept in again. The Paperkings have it in front, where Denuden's trying to make a play, but he can't get the shot off. Denuden grabs it again in the corner where he's fighting with Cassidy. Pethick has it, throws it across to Horgan. Horgan feeds the man in front. Guthrie takes a shot, and that goes back out. Save made, rebound, save made again. Dunham Fox comes up big a few times in a row there.
No matter what the score is, you can always count on your goaltender to try their hardest, making multiple efforts on high percentage scoring chances there, continuing to get in front of the puck there, sprawled on his side, and makes those big saves. You gotta take moral victories where you can get them, and being able to pull off saves like that certainly counts as one of them.
And the Paperkings win the puck back. Pethick has it, takes a shot, doesn't make it into the goal, but sticks around in front, finds its way over to the boards where they scramble for it. Storm have it, try and get it out. Pethick tries to keep it in, but is unsuccessful. Horgan throws it back in. But that was deemed as a hand pass by the Paperkings.
Yep.
And we're getting a face-off just outside their zone.
6:13 remaining in this one, and slowly coming to a close here. Espanola still maintaining their pressure. Iroquois Falls battling back with the heart and hardest that they can.
And Pethick shot off his own man's leg. He seems to be hurt, but the Stormer have a chance rolling in. He gets flipped up, but it just goes just over the goalie, and the Paperkings break out again. Lines has it as he crosses the line. Flip back in, Lines grabs it again, and then he loses the puck. The Storm have it. They try and chip it out, but it's held inside and then knocked out by the Paperkings. Peters Davies throws it in deep as he's wiped into the boards. Storm grab it and try and make a play, try and get it out. Along the boards, that's some good playing. Scott plays it out. He's with a man on his team. It's 2-on-2. Pass across. The Storm are unable to get it. Watt comes in, winds up, takes a slap shot. Ref's arms up. He's calling an unsportsmanlike penalty on, I'm not sure who.
Saw a glove get thrown to the side behind the net there.
Looks like that's Scott of the Storm that is being shown the box, and the Paperkings find themselves on another man advantage for up to 2 minutes now. Of the remaining 5.5, they'll have 5-on-4 chance to put some more pucks in the net.
As we've said throughout this whole game, the rich continue to get richer. 6-1, 2 minutes of 5-on-4.
Get it back. Signorelli has the puck at the point. Passes off, gets it back again. Pass off Peters Davis, who walks in, takes a shot, and the save. Big rebound out, but the Storm get it. And Sherwin has the puck out 2-on-1, takes a shot on net, the rebound out. Galton leaves it for his man to play. There's some fighting for it. McKnight has the puck inside the Paperkings zone, but they're able to control it back from him. Puck's passed off to, so that's Signoretti there. Loses the puck off the tip of his stick and is shot back in towards the goal. Galton blocks it to the corner. Pass back out. McKnight grabs it. Corbett has it. Breaks in wide. Takes a wide angle shot. Cassidy blocks it from leaving the zone though. And they're shoot it back in again. Signoretti grabs it off the boards this time. Tries to hit Peters Davies, who's streaking up there, but it's blocked by a stick of Cassidy. And then Peters Davies is run into the boards. Ferguson grabs it. Throws it back to Signoretti. Signoretti throws it back up. Back to Signoretti. Back over to Horgan. Back to Peters Davies. Back to Signoretti at the top of the circles. Over to Peters Davies on the side. Back to Peters. Back to Horgan. Horgan skating around. He's being checked, but he maintains control. Goes to the top. Back to Signoretti. Back to Ferguson. Has in front. Makes a fancy move. Takes a shot, but it's blocked and up into the net.
Ferguson's so agile in those enclosed positions. He's able to weave in and out consistently, make opportunities where with other styles of players, they're not able to get the space that they need, but he's able to create that even in tight pockets. Yeah,
he's looked great out there tonight. I'm surprised he doesn't have more on the board to show for it, but he's played fantastic. They're struggling for the puck. The Paperkings end up shot from the point, tipped wide of the net. They get again, throws back to the point. Rufa tries to hold it in, but it gets out past him. And now Crump has it inside, tries to feed across to Bluin, but he misses the pass. And now the Paperkings have it, and they make their way back down towards the Storm end. Lyons has it, breaks in, drops it back. Shot on net, tipped in the net, over the glove. And that is such an unfortunate tip for the goalie to have. Just go over his glove. Looked like he was ready for the save, and just last minute doesn't get it with 5 seconds left on the power play.
It's the way this one's gone, unfortunately, for the Iroquois Falls Storm. Just when you think that you're starting to feel a bit better, you're starting to get your defense up, you're starting to get some offensive chances.
They looked really good on that penalty kill and got a couple chances in there, and then just went down the other way in a tip, and here we are, tied up at center ice. And the Paperkings come away with it. They break into the zone. Another shot on Dunham Fox where he just holds it to his body, and we have a face-off to his catcher side.
7-1 now. Shots 46-36 in favor of Espanola. 3:19 remaining.
And Jugnoth beats Lyons for the face-off there, and the puck makes it out of the zone. Pass across. LaFontaine in all on his own, makes a shot. Blocker save. Big one. Rebound. Shot blocked. Rebound shot again. There was a bunch of chances there that he just can't get through. Watt trying to keep it in at the line there. Jagnoff keeps it in. He gets hit but makes the play. LaFontaine gets hit. And there's some guys going at it in the corner there. And the refs call the play down. And we have some extracurriculars going on here.
An update on that goal that just happened, scored by Kyle Denoden, with the lone assist by Jack Lyons, who fired the shot in. Denoden with that excellent tip, as we talked about. That is Denoden with his first point of this high-scoring game as well.
And it looks like we're having offsetting penalties here. LaFontaine's getting one for the Storm. And I didn't see who ended up going into the box for the Paperkings, but there's an extra man in the box there for them as well. But I would be very surprised if it was anything other than 2 minutes apiece. And
yeah.
Well, there's 2 guys in the box for the Storm. If that's 2 and a 10, or I'm not sure what we're seeing here. But it looks like we're going to end up with another power play for the Paperkings for another 2 minutes. Rich getting richer again. But what essentially happened there was a clean hit, and then a retaliatory slash, and then pushing back and forth. But the Paperkings bench was getting an extra explanation there of what was going on. And I'm not exactly sure. The ref's now sticking his head into the penalty box to talk to the Paperking players. And we head in for the face-off now.
No update exactly on what happened with the penalties there, but we'll keep you updated as that comes in here in the final 2 minutes, 47 seconds.
But the Paperkings win it back. Horgan slides it up the line to Peters Davies. Back to Horgan, who's playing at the top. Throws it down. And Signoretti with it there. Back over to Peters Davies as Signoretti takes the place at the top. Goes to pass it off, but misses the pass. Peters Davies picks it up, though. Over to Horgan. Throws it down to Ferguson. Tries to find backdoor Signoretti, but the pass is blocked. And is fired all the way down to the Paperkings' end. And Cho is first on towards the goalie, but throws it past him. Sherwin gets to it, though. Tries to keep it in. He's fighting with lines for the puck. And then it's shot down and into the mesh. And we will have a face-off, I'm guessing just outside of the Storm zone.
Okay, so the penalties have come in. One pair of offsetting unsportsmanlikes between Max Jugnoth and Liam Rampersad, and then an extra unsportsmanlike against Patrice LaFontaine for the Iroquois Falls Storm, which is the one being killed right now.
And Short has it behind his own net as they set up their power play. He comes out, makes a pass over, but that's intercepted by Corbett, who's able to try and fight and try and keep it down towards Paperkings' end, but it gets away to Peters Davies as he breaks into the Storm zone. Peters Davies across, takes a shot on. That's an easy save and is covered up.
Minute 32 remaining here. Shot slowly creeping towards 50 for the Paperkings. 38 shots. A respectable 38 shots for the Iroquois Falls Storm.
Yeah. But only one goal.
Absolutely outstanding effort from the Espanola goalie.
And the Paperkings have it. Sari at the point shoots it in right into the body of Dunham Fox, and he just holds it for another face-off.
Like, the goaltending tonight has been quite good.
Yeah, there's a reason why Sudbury drafted Galton, and we're seeing it tonight.
And Dunham Fox has been nothing to sneeze at either. Stopping 40 shots is not easy.
Danoon takes a shot and blocked it away off the glass. Danoon fighting for the puck in deep. There's a pile of players in there trying to get their sticks on it. No one's able to get control, but the Storm skate away with it. Scott has it. He breaks out. Comes across line. He's checked. Puck's taken away from him. Danoon takes a shot over the goalie's head. Off the glass. And we're fighting against the boards again for the puck. And the Paperkings are able to come away with it a little bit. Signoretti has it. Looked like he was trying to miss again, but couldn't quite get the puck up. And Signoretti has it at the top. Goes to take another shot, but it gets stopped. And the puck gets flipped out. Paperkings short is back to grab it. Tries to make a play, throws it off the far boards. Just comes back out. McKnight by the Storm grabs it and carries it in. His shot's blocked. Scott grabs it, throws it out to the middle of the ice, but the Paperkings have it in their back the other way. Guthrie skating with it. And that was called offside as his compatriot was just ahead of him as he crossed the blue line.
Looked like a 2-on-1 breaking out there, but only 14.5 seconds remaining in this game. Another goal here or there. Doesn't sway things too much at this point, unfortunately.
Signoretti wins the puck back to Pethick, who skates all the way back down to his own zone, controlling it. It's 8 seconds. Throws it all the way down the ice. Knocked into the corner by the goalie. And McKnight has it. Just controls it till the buzzer. And we have a 7-1 game.
7-1 final. Espanola Paperkings looking absolutely dominant in that one. Not to be denied, Lucas Signoretti, 5 points, 4 goals, a hat trick before you're even halfway through the game. How are you supposed to defend against that?
Yeah. Now here's the question. Player of the game, 4 goals and an assist, or a goalie who saved 37 of 38 shots?
I'd be more inclined with this sort of competition personally to give it to the goaltender because Iroquois Falls absolutely lit up the opposing goalie Galton. But I wouldn't be surprised. How often do you see 4 goals and an assist in the game?
Yeah. And Watt did have a good game in many great plays that, you know, none of it, defensively and then offensively, that just didn't go his way.
And they give Cocelli, sorry.
Yeah, Cocelli wins it, and that's pulling off the board, but
not what we expected, but congratulations to both players nonetheless on receiving those nods. Final score here, 7-1 between the Espanola Paperkings and the Iroquois Falls Storm. Coming up here, we have 2 more games today on the docket. Our next game here will be between the French River Rapids, faced Espanola yesterday in a tough opening game to the tournament, and the Sioux Eagles, who beat the previous game player, the Kirkland Lake Gold Miners, and we will have that coming up for you here at 4:15. Thank you very much for joining us for Game 2. I'm Harrison Clements, and he's Ben Long with the call, and we will be back in a few minutes.